Welcome back inside the Now Morning Show. As we mentioned before the break, we have international chef Simone joining us on set this week, and we're gonna get on bad because we're making some dessert items.
Yes.
Good morning, Chef Simone.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good
Nice
morning,
to see your face, like in
chef.
person.
Same here, you know. Same here. So I'm going to international chef Simone. I'll put a handle to your name.
Yeah.
Tell us
Listen.
about your recent trip to New York.
All right, so I got invited to do a Caribbean-based chef experience in New York. Big up Nika Nurse, fantastic human being. She just basically curated an event called Caribbean Traditions, where she invited six different chefs from around the Caribbean, but most of them are based in the States. I was the only one who, still in the Caribbean.
Longest journey.
Yeah, had to fly out. And basically what we did is that we created a dinner for influencers and food people in New York, foodies. And yeah, we just got on real bad in New York, boy. So it was a real fun experience. Nika, she just had this brainchild of, just exposing Caribbean culture, Caribbean food especially, but with an elevated twist. So we got to go out there and just do our thing. And I was responsible for doing the dessert courses. So, yeah.
So you bring the sweetness.
Yeah, a little bit to the end.
The Trini sweetness, I love it. But tell us, before we get into what you're making today, some of the things you would have made in New York?
Right. So basically, this is one of the desserts that I replicated.
Yeah.
Again, it was all inspired based on Trinidad, things that we would have for dessert.
Yeah.
But most importantly, the ingredients that we would have, that connector of ingredients, the connector of food, which I learned we are very similar in the Caribbean. We have a lot of ingredients that we all use, just bring it across in a different way. You might have like certain tweaks based on, what our cultural differences or background would be. And this was one of the desserts that I did. The other one that I did would have been a pone that I did, again, trying to elevate it. Because when people think about Trini food, they think street food. Street food is the first thing that comes to mind. But the whole idea behind the dinner was to show people that Trini food, Caribbean food can be elevated to that point of that fine dining experience.
Of course.
This dessert that I would have done, I just took all my favorite ingredients and favorite snacks and combined it all into one. So this is a rum cake, a rum-infused cake that has a rough top and a coconut crumble.
Roughed up as in the snack that we all know and love.
Snack, roughed up. That's like one of the first biscuits you would have ever eaten before bourbon.
Yes.
You had me at rough.
Roughed ups, yeah. So it's basically just a crumble. I put a little bit of spice in there.
Right.
And it is to mimic sand and that whole Caribbean vibe. Coconut is a thing that, it's the simplest.
Caribbean and coconut.
Yeah. It just makes sense. So it's meant to mimic sand, like you're having a drink on the beach.
Yeah.
And then, I can't do things ordinary around these parts. I have a curry and coconut infused ice cream.
That is very interesting.
That is
As
going to be
in
paired with this.
Actual curry powder.
Curry
the coconuts.
No,
powder.
but generally,
They say, what do they
generally,
say?
they have a rule now, like one of them kind of rules.
Don't drink
really mix- they
milk
don't really
with
mix it.
curry.
Ice cream and curry,
don't mix.
Let me ask you this. When you make curry, or if let's say curry crab and dumpling,
I'll reject that, but go ahead.
okay, but
Go
it's
ahead.
a thing.
People eat it apart.
Do we not put coconut milk in it?
Coconut milk.
Something about it being cold, chef. I
Lactose
don't know
intolerant
how.
people can drink coconut milk. Like,
Okay.
all right.
Something about it
Have
being
you had
cold.
coconut ice cream?
I have had coconut ice cream, yes. But curry with it.
But so I will start the work. You all will taste the work, and you let me know.
I'll be
But
judged.
trust and believe. I promise you. Your stomachs will be fine.
Chef.
Your stomachs would be real fine office.
I'm
Don't.
interested. I'm ready to try.
Yeah.
I'm ready
So
to try, but I'm very
paired
interested.
with, so all the flavors that we would have paired today, it just works. Oh, and the final piece would be a little tuile. That is, it's basically basically a cookie. Like it cooks very fast.
leaf-shaped cookie?
Well, you can make it into any shape actually. I just use a mold for this.
Okay.
And it's
Do you make it
spiced
from
with.
scratch?
Yeah. It's a simple paste
Cool.
that we put on our
Pick it
man.
up one more time.
Yeah.
Did you call it, what is the proper word for
It's
it, chef?
tuile.
Tuile.
Yeah.
A tuile.
What is tuile?
So it's basically
living things.
sugar, flour, butter, oil, spread on a mat, baked for like 6 minutes, and cookie.
There we have it.
So, and I put nutmeg in this. Because again,
course, the
spice, that whole spice and to come into play.
Yeah. Chef, I have to ask, what was the reception in New York when you served these things?
People went a little bit crazy. Now I had to, so as chefs, what we do is that we have to sometimes pivot.
Right.
When things don't go right.
Yes,
There
yes.
was an issue with the ice cream. I couldn't get it in time because of the machine. I didn't have the machine across there.
Curry?
I promise you it was because of curry.
Just checking.
But what I did is that I actually made it into something called a panna cotta.
Right. Yes.
So that I had that on the plate.
Right.
People were so receptive. They were open to just trying different things. And like I said, because they all have a Caribbean background, Nika, I believe her dad is Trini.
Right.
Her mom is Jamaican. She resides abroad. The warmth reception is just like, it was like a refreshing feeling to be around people who just, you know, they're just there. They're not telling you, oh, you could change this and add it.
Yeah.
No, it was just
They're
a
just there
cool
to
scene.
receive and to eat. Like we are this morning, Chef.
You are. So let's
which one are we
get
sampling
it.
first?
So you're going to sample everything. I'm basically going to recreate the
Yes.
dessert on a plate for you.
Yes.
All right, so we'll start with the crumble.
Oh boy. Rough
Oh,
tops at the
this is
bottom.
Rough tops at the bottom.
So this is only rough tops that you would have mashed together, or
Yeah.
anything you mix in this?
And the coconut.
And
It's
the
toasted
coconut.
coconut.
Spice.
Yeah, that is in it. Again, it's just to
So
give
like
it that.
toasted grated coconut, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. It is. You can use there for just the look, the appeal.
Of course. Nice. And you did a circular shape. Why?
Just cause.
As if I can to go fancy, Chef. Well, I
Nah.
use the circle. So
Well,
just put it around.
typically,
Yeah.
Of the nation as we move around.
As
See,
we
this
all
is
join
this is
together
why I
as
should
one.
have journalists there with me, you know. So you'll come up with all of that good stuff.
These
So
ages, this is the coconut
so
curry.
this is the coconut curry ice cream.
Wow.
I can see the curry.
Yes, yes. Chef, is
This
this
is
like
very
your own?
interesting.
Is this like your own personal recipe? Like you would have?
Yes.
Okay.
So I actually do ice creams as well, or
Right.
I used to do ice creams a lot more than I do now.
Right.
And what I would have done when I used to teach at TTHI actually, I had a thing in class. We used to have to teach obviously this as a class,
Right.
Frozen desserts, and I always told my students we're not going to do any chocolate and the boring flavors.
Usual
We're not
ones,
on
yes.
that.
Always create your own.
Always create your own. So I actually had a challenge to them to bring the craziest ingredient. The
Who
craziest
was the child
ingredient.
who brought this to class, boy?
The craziest ingredient. No, well, actually, I showed them how to do this because the first time I introduced this to them, they had a worse reaction to y'all. Yeah. Try convincing 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds
Yes, to do a curry coconut.
Yeah, they weren't having none of it.
You think you're trying to convince me now? You're trying to
They
convince
weren't
the nation.
having none of it.
So they're putting the tuile there, of
Yes.
course. Chef doesn't do plain at all.
We don't.
And you know she must have some herbs.
Yeah.
Must. It's a
Can't do it without
must.
the herbs.
And these particular herbs are what, Chef?
Well, this is a blue butterfly pea flower.
Okay.
So they usually use this to make tea.
Yeah.
It changes color when you add it to an
turns
acid. Yes.
Ah, okay.
And
It's grow like a vine. It's
yeah.
quite lovely.
So
Ruckus, you ready?
I mean, who knows if I'm ready for coconut curry ice cream?
Coconut curry ice cream.
Madame,
Oh my gosh, thank you.
good sir.
Thank you, good chef.
I want to see these faces.
So I am going in for the coconut curry first.
Go straight-
right? Because-
straight-
yeah, yeah, yeah.
straight in.
So wait, I
I
want to
am
know,
not-
is it meant to all be happening together?
You can
though?
all happen
put
all
all
together.
together.
It's meant to be fun. I think I'm definitely rebelling against my mother when she said don't play with your food. So I love to play with my food.
Chef, that's a strong curry flavor,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, so because I ate the coconut, I got more coconut than curry.
Okay. Okay.
But let me just do the curry by itself. Go
Yeah.
leave.
The ice cream by itself.
I can see this growing on me.
Yeah. The first bite is like, okay, what is this? And then you had to go back in for more. You just have to.
So here's my
this one
challenge with
on
this, right, chef?
Let me hear you.
It's like the taste real good now, boy.
Uh-huh.
But then I worried about the after effects. When you happen now.
Where will you be sleeping tonight?
But like most things, you don't. I don't expect that you will sit down with a whole container and
Yes,
eat it.
yes.
But
But
if you're so
good.
inclined, I mean, I have people that have like a cast iron belly, so you know,
Oh, but chef, the cake though.
yeah,
Quite moist.
it is. With little something. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah,
Love the infusion.
nice.
Loving the I love the blend of the flavors with the rough tops
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
and the coconut. The grated coconut.
Nice.
Yeah.
And actually, all three together taste really nice as well.
Yeah.
I'm getting the whole coconut curry.
Yeah, so imagine you're sitting in New York, starting to get cold because it's, fall coming in, and you're tasting this. It's meant to transport you back home,
Yeah,
just,
boy.
for you to relive the flavors that you would have grown up with more than likely in the Caribbean. So,
All the flavors.
all the flavors together.
Chef, but I mean, where next can we see you?
Tomorrow night at my event, Start the Parang. My band, I think, was here a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago.
Chef, when you say your band?
Voces Jóvenes.
Really?
Yes.
Do you play with them?
Yes, I do.
What do you
What
play?
instrument do
I
you
play the cuatro.
No,
my gosh. Yeah, a little
Chef?
secret talents all over the pocket. Yeah, so I've
What?
actually been with that band. I'm one of the founding members.
Okay.
So past
Look at me,
26
doesn't
years.
come and sing when they come here.
Because I was outside in a foreign way. Yeah,
International Chef Simone, they play with
yeah.
you.
So tomorrow night we have our show. I'll be handling the entire food scene there as well as my band duties.
Yes.
After that, I'm kind of trying to get back in the groove of catering for a while before the craziness of the Christmas season starts. Yeah.
Do you have a planned menu? For example, if somebody wants to use your catering services,
Yeah.
you have a planned menu for them?
Yes,
They can
I
pick
am
out
actually
certain
going to
items.
launch that at the end of September.
Right.
Where companies can call, and small families even. So I'm going to have like a menu done out. They just call, we have a conversation, and we take it from there.
Nice.
Yeah, I have a few weddings actually in Tobago to do as well. So it's gonna be a busy one. Yeah.
Give thanks for that or no?
I don't ever complain. Don't ever complain about it.
For those at home, let me just say, I think Ruckus and I are believers. Ruckus might still be a little concerned about his tummy, but I going all in.
I go to
And
by
I'm telling
Monday.
you that you
Don't
should try it.
don't
You
bad
should
mouth
try
on the
it.
show, please. Like if you didn't have a good experience, that's maybe you. Kimberly may not have experienced the same.
Exactly.
So
You want me to come and lie to the nation?
no, I never said that.
That's what you're asking
I
me
never
to do. You
said
ask me
that.
to be untrue to the people
Never,
who depend on us for the truth every day.
never.
I would say though that I like the spice you put in this.
Yeah.
And make it real nice.
Yeah.
The coconut ice cream is really yummy, guys. Remember, you can reach out to Chef Simone. You can go to her website at marakicatering.com. She's also available on Instagram, and your handle is
Maraki Catering TT.
Maraki Catering TT. And I can tell you for sure that these recipes are going to be up on her Instagram
Yes.
page sometime later today. So if you want to be a chef in the kitchen and you want to try the cake, I wouldn't advise you to do the coconut ice cream.
Why not?
Go wild,
I feel
man.
like that
Go
needs to be
wild.
mastered a little bit before, because I think you might get the measurements a bit off, and that could definitely cause problems. So please go to Chef's her Instagram page to get that recipe. But for now, let me thank you so much, Chef Simone.
Thank you so
Always
much.
a pleasure when you join
Always.
us in studio. And I like that you brought extra for the crew
Yeah.
as well.
Have to take care of my
we
guys.
appreciate you. We appreciate you, Chef. Thank you so much.
You're most
of
welcome.
course. And we're going to see you next week, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yes, okay,
Yes.
good. And that's how we're going to wrap this segment. Let's thank Chef Simone for
You
bringing
can.
in everything she brought in for the crew downstairs, the crew upstairs. We appreciate you on this Friday, but we're going to take a break right now and come back with more as I enjoy my curry coconut ice cream. I do like it, you know.